Welcome back to Demon's Souls. I never walked up to it before, but this is the thick, colorless fog, quote-unquote. You need to kill an archdemon before you can get through here. Now, you're greeted by this guy, who looks lovely. Taunts you. And fucks off. Get used to that face. But anyway, you might notice my character looks slightly different. And there's a reason for that. Essentially, I think these look worse than they are. I don't think the dogs actually escaped unless they're right here. I might be wrong about that, so don't quote me on it. Anyway, essentially, in between videos, what I did was I upgraded. Now, when we were in the last leg of the Valley of Defilement, we fought a guy by the name of Garl Vinland. He wears what's called the Dark Armor set. Now this guy drops it upon death. I had been wearing fluted armor since like the second part of the tower. Ooh. He got smeeshed. Anyway, I've been wearing the fluted armor since we first entered the Tower of Flattery. And it served me pretty well. But given that I leveled up enough to actually wear heavier armor that does more defense, I equipped the Dark Armor. I shouldn't be as reckless. That's a bad thing. You kind of get like multiple paths you can go. I say kind of, because I more or less lead to the same place. I fell far. These guys are also pretty annoying. They're basically assassins. And I don't know if I went down the right path or not. But, so, I upgraded my armor. Only the chest piece. Ooh, that looks weird. Anyway, only the chest piece. Ow. Dick. Ow. So now I can take a lot more damage. Now this might seem like a weird time to start being, like, less careful. But the enemies at this portion of the game actually start dropping the higher tier, like, ow, the higher tier healing items, and more frequently. So, I wouldn't be surprised if I had, like, a ton of full moon grass by the time I was done here. Like, especially these knights. These are the ones who really do drop it. But, on top of upgrading my armor, I leveled up. I upgraded my weapon. And how I leveled up, I'll be more specific on. I don't think I need anything from that guy, so I'm not gonna bother. Now, you get, like the boss souls after you defeat the boss, like once you touch the Archstone after the fact. And you can use those souls for a variety of things. Most notably being, can I even? Yes, I can. Most notably being weapon upgrades and stronger spells. What I inevitably ended up doing was going through both the miracle list and the spell list that you can use with the boss souls, and just buying the ones that I actually wanted. And then with all the remaining boss souls that I didn't use, I just used them for the souls that they gave me and leveled up that. Might be wondering why I did that. And it's quite simple. I really don't plan on using anything other than this weapon that I'm using. And I don't want to augment it by using a boss soul. The reason why I don't want to do that is because you can change its properties. So, you know, stick with what you know is my strategy at this point. That's not to say that you can't, or that you shouldn't, hang on to those souls to, you know, upgrade a weapon. But weapon upgrades basically work like this, and it has a similar method in Dark Souls. You pick a weapon, a base weapon, like let's say the curved sword I have, and you level that up to a point. Once you level it up to a certain extent, you can then use the boss soul to change the weapon. Given that upgrade items are like varied, oh god, I thought that was stuck. Like depending upon the weapon, they're varied, and I don't have any of them. Like any of the ones that don't use what I'm out. Don't use like the Sharpstone or the Heartstone. I ended up with not a lot, like, remaining. So I have a lot of upgrade materials, just not a lot of the ones that I actually need. That becomes a problem when basically you have to grind to get upgrade materials. It's annoying, and I don't like doing it. Which is why I'm keeping with the weapon I have. Because if I upgrade it and I don't like how it turns out, then I'm kind of screwed, because there goes my strongest weapon. Unless I find a different weapon that I can upgrade using the other stones I have. Which is the whole song and dance I don't feel like going through. I mean, it's good to experiment, try different weapons, see what works for you. But at the same time, it shouldn't be at the cost of what you're capable of doing. Woohoo!
Help! Help! Soul-starved soldiers are after me. In the name of all that is sacred.
Anyone care to guess who that is?
Give it 2 guesses. That was wrong. Guess again.
Help! Help! Soul-starved soldiers are after me. Oh Lord!
It's our old pal, Ostrava again.
Thank you for
You
rescuing
really
me.
don't make sense to me, guy. You really don't. Ow. That did quite a bit of damage. really didn't. Anyway, though, that's basically my gripe as far as weapon upgrades in this particular game work. You can explore a little bit and find like different nooks and what have you.
This is the third time. This is... Now.
I kind of just forgot what I was talking about. Like, in the middle of talking about it, that's bad. But anyway. The point of what I'm getting at is, like, I really don't use the boss weapons, at least in this Souls game. Not to say that they aren't good, I just don't use them. Like, there's, like Kyle was talking about in the previous episode. Which I don't remember if you guys were able to hear it or not. But, using the old hero's soul and a sword, like curved sword or straight sword, I believe, you can use either one. You get a weapon that is able to... fat fuck run! Don't worry, he gets his just desserts pretty soon. Anyway, you get a sword that is able to, give you more soul. You get more souls for the enemies you defeat. I don't like the spear ones. They upset me. Ooh, let's test out magic. Not the best, but it's doing. Ow. That was a bad idea. But I'm not dead, so hooray for me. Yeah, see how I have like so many full moon grass now? It's ridiculous. Look, a path of light and some fresh spice. This next fight actually gets pretty intense. Do. I don't know why Indiana Jones popped in my head. Or it did. This asshat continues to mock you. What a lovely face. What a lovely hole. And he's dead. By that guy. I'm surprised he didn't throw the corpse at you. Penetrator. That was many men ago. Oh, he's gonna kill me. Sorry, I'm reduced to like running right away like an asshole right now. I just kind of didn't expect that. My strategy for this guy in particular now is actually not to lock on to him, which sounds weird. It gives you more freedom of movement. Basically, you've ever played Monster Hunter, like earlier ones, that didn't actually give you a lock on, that's what I would treat him like. A Monster Hunter monster. And try not to get hit by that. He reminds me of the Pursuer in Dark Souls 2. Ow. Very reminiscent of that. Now, I might be able to parry him, but I don't know. Ow. Gotta love how it runs at you, pointing that thing. How do you make him talk? My thoughts are like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I must penetrate you.
And we back up. Oh, he did it twice. I'm on the fence on how hard I want to say that guy is. Sometimes I feel like he kicks my ass. Other times I feel like he could have been a lot harder. Now, we are not actually going to get to the end boss in this episode. It's only been like 15 minutes or so. But the reason is because there's going to be other things that I'm going to do. And on top of that, there's a whole other leg of the level that we have to get to. That's just irritating, I'll put it that way. And you know what, before I even level up, which is what I had intended on doing, I'm gonna go check on the, two guys who gives me spells and, miracles, see if I want anything with that guy's soul. Light weapon. Huh. Debating. Basically, that's a different form of enchant weapon, it looks like. Can you offer me anything better? It offers me nothing at all.
Yes.
Oh. Essentially, he's got the better offer, and I'm gonna take it in case I need it, but I don't think I need it. Where was it? Light weapon.
Bring me back.
Now, the only irritating part is to use these things. You have to go to one of the two guys and remember the spell. It's like you can't just do it on your own.
Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel. Let's
Okay.
Out out that man.
There's 2 levels.
I can. Do come.
Alright. Let's go back to the Penetrator Hearthstone. Now, what I intend on doing, depending upon how successful I get, is going all the way to the boss door, but then not going. Because there's quite a few things that are going to be standing in my way, and you'll see soon enough. Okay. Now, just for simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna... Yeah. I didn't mean to shoot at that guy, but... Can I hit him again? Or the wall? Or the dead dragon? Yeah. Oh, saw that coming. Oh, stick no work. Those guys are what becomes your problem in this area. Now, 2 of them are quick and 1 is big and heavy. Now, the one that's quick, one of the ones that are quick because he's an archer. He's light armor, and he fires at you from a distance. You can see the white little pushies. Then there's this guy, who I believe is using, like, the penetrator. No, he's not using the penetrators. But there's this guy who's, like... Essentially, he's, like, right after you. Wow, that was a partial parry and didn't even do a lot of damage. Good thing about these 3, once you kill them, they're gone. He has the penetrator's sword. Like, one of them has the penetrator's sword, one of them has the armor, and the last one's a bowman. Can we... Aim. 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 I do find it best to, like, not deal with them all at once. You will get overwhelmed more often than not. This guy, however, I find hard to deal with, especially with the scimitar. And that's mostly because scimitar's not good against heavy armor and shit. So it's like your best bet is to parry him. Like if I fucked up 3 times. Anyway, your best bet is to attempt to parry him if his armor and shield is like your problem. Whack. And I think you get the tower shield from him. Yep. Then the last guy. I don't know how well he does at short range, I don't remember. But I know that bow is a thing. Well, of course it's a thing, you know, but it's an issue. But once you close the gap, you can overwhelm him pretty quick. Best thing that works with the white bow is white arrows. Which, the most readily available source of white arrows is patches, I believe. Which we still haven't encountered yet. Hi! Oh, fuck. I could swear that I just fixed it, too. Oh, don't you fucking heal me. No healing. Well, I didn't want to, but we gotta go back now. Because my weapon broke. Hang on. I may have a grindstone, actually. No, I don't. That's irritating. I gotta remember to buy grindstone, too. What the fuck died? You suddenly got like 2,000 souls. Not arguing, but it was unexpected. Okay, first we'll focus on what we came here to do. Just repair all. Would have made that a lot easier. I'll buy the grindstone in case I need it. I'll buy 2. Put some things away. Don't need any of the hard stone, sharp. Like, I love the fact that you can use the stones directly from the inventory. That just makes it so much easier instead of, you know, fucking around with, like, what should I take with me and whatnot. And all the little throwing items I may or may not use, so I'm not going to bother putting them away.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Art thou that me?
Okie dokie. We're actually coming into the home stretch. It's very close to what I was talking about. Like, there's like the last leg of this. Like, this section is basically the last section. I didn't even notice there was a crystal lizard there earlier. I call them crystal lizards because of Dark Souls, but in a technical sense, they are geckos. This game, they're geckos. Ow. Dick? Really? This is what's happening. Oh, fuck me. God damn it. I'm normally able to parry these guys a lot easier, but I should stop fucking around and just... Don't be fancy, just end it, essentially. I just don't want these guys following me. The archer's not gonna follow me, I just don't want them shooting me. But, I don't want that assassin guy following me.
Hi, Kyle.
That's quite a greeting.
And I am back.
Disadvantage of the big sword guy on the stairs is that he's on the stairs. You came just in time to see the giant lizard.
Well, I've seen it before, so I'm not too impressed.
I didn't say you'd be impressed. This shit doesn't know how to fly right.
It's a demonic dragon. Does it need to know how to fly right? Probably not.
Its face kind of looks like a vulture.
That's probably the point.
Interesting benchmark. You stand where these barrels are, you're not going to get hit with fire. that the dragon spews.
Like how you clear that out because, you know, he just
That
shot
dude
through fire.
threw fire at me, yeah. Now there's another motherfucker down
Run!
there. I ran right into it.
You really did, though.
I did not time that right at all. And that does not bode well. There we are. I don't give a fuck what's here. I'll get it later if I really truly want it. Ew! Why do they gotta keep putting these, like, geckos in the dick places? Seriously.
Because the people that made Dark Souls and
Are sadistic.
and Demon Souls are well aware of how annoying it is. Oh! Started chugging!
Just blip, 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 blip.
Knight Sword and Knight Shield.
Now there's...
Is that any good?
I don't know if I... Honestly, I'm not sure. Now there's a tendency thing, I believe, where there would be a guy here who would help you fight the dragon.
What's his name of the Twin Fangs?
Yes.
I
don't...
have
It may not be...
Knights-
It may not be a tendency.
Equip the Knight Sword real quick. I have a feeling that's a two-handed weapon.
Knight's sword?
Yeah. No? No. Huh. I feel like that's what it would have been. Two-handed weapon.
Now, I'm hoping...
You hoping you don't get fucked?
Yes. Because, essentially, that thing... how to put it? You're able to kill it, but from down here, it's very hard. So, you can either A, just shoot at it for a millennia, or B, attempt to run up like I'm doing now.
There you go.
Okay. Whoa. Now,
Don't mind me, just dying.
I am actually going
Again.
to kill it anyway. Even though at this point I'm just like shooting
You
at his
doing
chin.
23 or 123?
Honestly, I think it's 23. But since I just started using magic, I just kept using it. Okay. Now you might be thinking I don't have nearly enough arrows. But these are just wooden arrows that I had. So I was just using them. Fire arrows? Should I even bother?
Does more damage than it should be. Should. Well, I don't know if it's actually higher, is it?
What, damage output fire arrows?
Yeah, compared to the wooden ones.
Depends if they're resistant to fire. But yeah. They're more comparable to, wow. Pretty sure these are holy arrows. These are supposed to be like the strongest ones I have. Unless this thing is just resistant to magic and fire, which is why it's,
Which I don't think this one has lightning in it, does it?
no. So I really don't want this video to be all me shooting this thing in the chin.
So at some point we're probably going to cut it all out?
Yeah.
Ooh, lovely.
17. Oh god.
You got anything to increase your attack? Like a ring or something?
You know what? I know I said I was gonna kill it, but it's gonna...
Side quest!
That's gonna be... yeah.
Oh, it's you, is it? My father is up above. Well, what's left of him anyway? He's transformed into a fiendish demon. I began this quest in a search for truth, but it seems I was a fool to even try. Please, kill my father. In his degenerated state, he can only bring peril to the lands. This key fits the Boletaria mausoleum. Inside the mausoleum are my father's 2 swords, Soulbrand and Demonbrand. Use them to bring an end to this madness.
I guess it's implied that he killed himself. But you know what's the
There
weirdest part?
goes your son, bro.
Yeah, you know what's the weirdest part about that? That right there. That is a magical motherfucker, because... You know, I'm not even gonna bother. Because, like, that's a Strava right there. Like, a bad guy version of him. I'm not even 100% certain why he attacks you. And this is why I feel like his character really doesn't make sense, as far as, like, how helpless he seemed. Because, like, he swiped me. Now, granted, that did, like, not a huge chunk of damage, but enough. His sword
has magic.
His sword does magic damage, and I'm pretty sure his, actual armor is, like, pretty strong in of itself.
You're using some of his armor. No, before you were using some of his armor. That's the fluted set.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is he gold, then?
Well, he glows.
He's a golden fluted set?
No, he just glows.
Well, regardless, rune armor, sword and shield, magic, both of them. He shouldn't have trouble.
Trouble? He shouldn't have trouble here at all.
Yeah. Now, like I said, I'm not going to do it. But you pull this lever, you go up this elevator. Yes, elevator. Legitimate elevator, not like
Somehow.
hamster on a wheel with platforms thing. This is legit bellhop shit.
Nah, I guarantee you pull that lever and it notifies some peons at the bottom to start pulling on a chain.
Anyway, you go up there, and then up there is King of Land, which we will do in another episode. So from here on out...
400 times.
Shut up.
That's rude. No one likes fighting him.
From here on out, I'll be doing, like, side stuff. And then I will come back to land. So if you guys want to skip ahead to just the end boss, I'll leave that option. Otherwise, there'll be in-between stuff in between here and that. And this is actually where I'm going to call it.
Side quests!
Side quests!
Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Good night.